Kell Sasso here from TGT Webcomics at C2E2 day number 2 with Kell from Sorcery 101, one of my favorite comics here. I've enjoyed it on a daily basis. I love the fact that you're doing this. I'm glad to see you here. And how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Just got my first book out and
that's
excited about that.
It's a beautiful book. It really is, and I just want to, you've been a consistent fan of mine because you put so much effort and artistry and writing into this book. That the fact that you're really, you're one of the top-notch webcomics artists and authors. I really enjoy reading on a consistent basis.
Oh, thanks.
So tell us a little bit about book number 1 here. What do we get with it?
Book number 1's the first 4 chapters, which is about 110 pages into the archive. Right now there's like 900 on the website, so it's only a little bit of what's available, but I redid most of the art for the early chapters, so it's basically a revamped version of chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4.
So why did you decide to redo the artwork? Was it just a personal thing, or?
I didn't save them the right resolution when I started and didn't have the originals still, so I had to redo it.
Did you find it was a hard process to go back through all of that stuff? Did you change anything?
Yeah, I changed like dialogue and made it less awkward in places and smoothed out some pacing issues, cut a few things that weren't really important or were interrupting the flow. So C2E2 is an inaugural convention. You have a beautiful comic. You're in Webcomic Pavilion here. You're doing everything right here. You've got a great group of people here that are helping you out here on a consistent basis, and yet you have time to do what it seems like a daily comic every single day. There's something new, and where do you find all the energy? Well, the other comics on the website, I don't draw, so that helps. I just write those ones. And so those ones I usually write before they ever go up. I would write it from start to finish, and then I'll send it to the artist, and then it's just bug the artist to get the page done. And that doesn't take that much effort. And whereas with Sorcery 101, that's how I spend most of my day. The secret is to have no personal life.
So that's the secret of making webcomics, no personal life.
Yes, basically.
Well, C2E2 is an inaugural convention here, and once you pack up everything, your beautiful original artwork, you pack up your book number 1 here, and it looks like you have some sketches as well in terms of your pamphlets. What are you personally going to take home from this?
I'm just sort of getting a figure in my head on how well books sell, because I've never had books before, so it's kind of just figuring things out still.
Well, I think you're going to be extremely successful. You're drawing the kids in here. You have a great comic. I love your characters. I love your dialogue. Everything that you've done about the comic, you've had a faithful reader in myself, and I know many others have really enjoyed your work, and I just wish you all the best in everything that you've done.
Thank you.
Now, what's the website, though?
Sorcery101.net.
Perfect. I'm glad to see it hasn't changed either, and there's a lot of content on the site. Take a look at it, and there's also, you can ask questions of your characters as well too, so that's a great feature.
There's Ask Danny strips on Saturdays, which are just fan questions they write in, and then Danny answers them, and so that's my way of answering reader questions without giving spoilers, because it's limited to Danny's knowledge. Danny doesn't know a lot.
All right, well, thank you very much, Kell. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this interview, and have a great convention.
All right, thank you.